Yo, what's up guys, Sam here, and today I've got the latest updates on Apple's October event. We've now gotten some new dates floating around, we know exactly what products are coming, and we also know now, unfortunately, that it's not going to be a formal event after all. So there's a lot to talk about. As always, drop a like if you're excited, hit subscribe for more. Let's jump into the news. Feeling all professional today. Okay, so the event itself, as I said a second ago, it doesn't sound like it's going to be the September type where Apple invites people on campus and it's this produced video that we all get to watch. Instead though, which I'm actually kind of excited for this, it sounds like we could get a week full of press releases. Apple's done this before, like I think in March of 2019 or 2020, they dropped a new product every day for 2 or 3 days back to back in the same week. This new information comes courtesy of Mark Gurman, who has been hinting for a while now that Apple's not doing an event, even though Gurman himself was the one that said Apple was doing an event like a month ago. But you know, that's the rumor game we all play. It's so fun. But hey, listen, how this event looks aside, we're getting stuff this month, and we now have the week that things are going to be happening. Mark Gurman sharing information about iPadOS 16.1 dropping the week of October 24th. But he doesn't stop there. He also notes that Apple has historically held launches the week of its earnings calls in October. So when is Apple's earnings call for the previous quarter happening? Well, that's happening that same week on Thursday, October 27th. I always feel like I'm doing math trying to solve the pieces here, but it essentially sounds like between October 24th, which is a Monday, and October 27th, which is a Thursday, new Apple products are coming. So put that on your calendar for when you might want to pay attention to Apple's newsroom, their press release site, their website, and of course, you know, iUpdate, where we keep you locked on the latest Apple news. So around 2 weeks from now, we're going to start getting some new products, which will include new Macs, new iPads, and maybe now even an Apple TV. So let's start off with the Mac. Pretty much exactly a year ago, we got the M1 Pro and M1 Max MacBook Pros, which I think I will stand by is probably the best Apple product holistically of all time. Like, where are you? They are just the best. And this year, Apple's upgrading them to M2 Pro and M2 Max chips, if the rumors are to be believed. We're not hearing anything else aside from a spec bump, but I think we will start seeing these Mac chip upgrades as maybe frequently as year over year, because Apple wants to keep up with Intel and scale the innovation at a similar rate. So that's going to be definite for this whatever event, is probably some new MacBook Pros. And the reason I do believe these are coming is because we've seen some leaks from suppliers saying that they are ready for a launch of these MacBook Pros. It really seems like this is a for sure thing. What I'm torn on is the new Mac Mini, because we have heard about this basically constantly for 2 years now, and we still haven't gotten an M2 version or even an M1 Pro version of the Mac Mini, when so many people want a more powerful desktop than the M1, but they don't need an M1 Max. Like, there's something right in the middle that could be like an M2 Pro that I feel like would just be perfect. It doesn't sound like the new Mac Mini will have a new design, and again, I'm just not convinced it's coming because we haven't seen any hard leaks, but also, if Apple's just throwing an M2 Pro or M2 chip in the exact same Mac Mini body, it would also make sense that it hasn't leaked, because anybody putting them together is like, oh, it looks the same as the one before. That's what we're hearing from the Macs, because guess what? We're not getting a new Mac Pro after all. According to a new report from Mark Gurman, Apple has pushed this back until 2023, along with a new iMac. So don't actually expect this. It doesn't sound like Apple is going to stick to their 2-year full transition for Apple Silicon. I feel like they might say something about it or hint in the press release, but again, they did also say this a few months ago.
They joined the rest of our incredible Mac lineup with Apple Silicon, making our transition nearly complete with just one more product to go, Mac Pro. But that is for another day.
So maybe the Mac Pro is just kind of up in the air, and the Mac Studio is situated as the thing for pros right now. Speaking of pros, let's talk about the iPad Pro, because I feel like we haven't gotten one of these in so long. It was last updated in April of 2021. This is my personal iPad of choice, but I'm not stoked for the new version just because it doesn't seem like it'll be all that much other than a new M2 chip inside and Apple adding MagSafe compatibility. Those are like the hard rumors we've heard. You know, I was thinking that we're gonna get more, and I'm sure there's something else coming, but at the same time, the new iPad Pro, I mean, it's near perfect already. I can't really blame Apple hardware-wise. No matter how big the upgrade is, though, the upgrade is happening. Apple's longtime partner for iPad accessories, Logitech, accidentally shared on one of their websites that the new iPad Pros for 2022 were coming soon, which was a little bit of an oof if you ask me. So these are also definitely coming extremely soon. Everything points to these new iPad Pros in October. I also still believe we're going to be seeing a new version of the base iPad because for years now, Apple has updated it on a yearly basis. And since we didn't see it in September and we've seen a lot of leaks about a new boxy design and USB-C coming, this new iPad could actually be the biggest thing we see in a couple weeks. The thing that I really wasn't expecting to get an update of this year that it now sounds like we might be is a new Apple TV. Now, whether this launches in this week of press releases or sometime in November or December, it's still pretty unclear. But the tone of it not coming until next year definitely shifted to, no, it sounds like Apple's launching it. And we're hearing that a new A14 chip is going to be inside along with more RAM. And I gotta be honest, if that's it, if that's all that's coming to the Apple TV, why could they not launch it this year? Like, you're just putting new chip and more RAM. It's like you open it up, take the old thing out, and you put it's going to be the same. So, looking at all of this holistically, right, the fact that there's really only going to be one major redesign, which is on the new base iPad, I guess I do understand why Apple won't be doing a whole event. Although, substance-wise, I think there's enough. I feel like there'd be enough for this. Anyway, let me know what you're excited for. Let me know what you're getting. I think I'm most excited for the new MacBook Pros just because the product is amazing, and I'm also looking forward to the new iPads as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll stay tuned here, of course. We'll be keeping you updated on all the developments here. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.